Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for vintage Lego. And today we are celebrating an International Dress Like Your Mock Day. So today I'm dressing like my orange 17 by 17 tiled plate. I bet you thought this was 16 by 16. I know you thought it was 16 by 16, but no, it's 17 by 17. 17 squared is 289. That's not a prime number because it is a square, but it feels like it's a 289 could be a prime number, but it's not. It's because it's 17 times 17. But I am dressed in my safety orange for my 17 by 17 orange square. It's still a square because it's International Dress Like Your Mock Day, and I'm the only one covering this. Is Beyond the Brick covering this? No. Is Just Too Good covering this? No. Why? Why are they not covering this? Probably because it doesn't exist, and I just made it up. But anyway, yeah, I'm dressing like my mock. Are you dressing like your mock? I don't know what to call this mock officially. It is a 17 by 17 square. The orange square. You know, Oranges was the name of my football team when I played color football in 1981. So it's a name I've always used for various sports teams. When I've even done fantasy football, fantasy baseball, I was always the Oranges or the Orange Velociraptors. Actually, I think Oranges was the name of my brother's team and I stole it. I may have done that. And then TheyMightBeBricks made a song called Oranges. I look terrible in orange. Of course, I look terrible in all colors. But yeah, it's important to dress like your mocks. I mean, you should be doing this, people. Why are you not doing this? And it's a very monumental day in the history of the internet and the history of Lego mock building. It's like the second mock I've built. It's like a record. I mean, because what's 1 plus 1? That's 2. I made 2 mocks now, the tipper truck and this. So pretty good. But this is a very important mock for reasons that you might not think. And this is why I made this mock. Am I holding it the right way? Does it show up? Can you see it? So this is a trick with a black light. No, I didn't change the tiles out to something different. These are all orange 1x1 tiles, but if you look at them under a black light, some of them look different. Some of them look kind of dull and dark, and some of them kind of, they don't glow, but they're more lit under a black light. And to be honest, you can actually tell this even with the naked eye. In fact, I made this mock and I showed it to my wife under natural light. And before I could even show her the trick, she already spotted it because the tiles, even to the naked eye, they look different. So the reason I made this mock and I dressed like my mock isn't because it's my made-up international dress like your mock day. It's because I've got a lot of comments and I've come across a lot of posts recently about what color is this, and it's not a new Lego color. It's a color that looks different. That's the same color like this. Wait, now I can't tell. But yeah, you can. These look different even under natural light. Or is artificial light the same as natural light? My naturally artificial light that I have in here. These are fluorescent, not fluorescents. These are LED bulbs. The black lights are actually fluorescent, or ultraviolet fluorescent. They look like, I don't know. That's not what the point of this is. The point is that there's a lot of examples like this, and I'll take you over to my Bricklink store because I can actually show you one that my wife always, I won't say I got in an argument with her, but she said, these are different colors. And I'm like, well, technically they're not, even though they look different. I'll show you. So the one we come to is drawers 1078 and 1081, which have had these parts in them for a long time. And over the years, they've kind of changed. Now, one thing about this is these are both pearl gold. And the thing about pearl gold is depending on how the light reflects on it, it will look like different colors. But that being said, there are still some that are a little darker than others. And it's not just the way the light shines on them. That one's dark. And I grab a lighter color one here. Whoops. But there's not two different colors here. These are the same color. I think you can tell that they're not the same color. They're close, but I put them in here as the same color. So if somebody buys from me, they're going to potentially get parts that look different. I'm not going through the trouble to separate them when Lego themselves does not do that. So the same thing with these. But it's not as bad, but there are a few, like this one here is a little darker. And this is not like a flat silver and pearl light gray problem. Those are two different colors. These are all supposed to be pearl gold, but there's various shades of them. And these are just ones that it's actually noticeable. But if I was to really look hard enough, I could probably find some light gray things that actually have a little bit different color to them. I can't remember. There was one that I always, when I'm picking orders, I notice it that they look different. But they're the same color. Where did it go? That's not light gray. But somebody else posted about the nougat colors. Some looking a little different. In fact, these actually look a little different depending on how the light's shining on them. So it's a lot of colors like that. And it's become more of a problem, I think, in recent years than it was when I was a kid. I mean, I never noticed my red bricks looking different red. Even the grays, as few grays as we had, I didn't notice them being different shades of gray, even though it's supposed to be the same gray. But I've just seen it more and more. And these are just the easy examples. The more noticeable examples, these are pretty good. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought, but it is. I should take note of it whenever I'm going through some of these gray bricks. That yeah, there's times when they are not the same. And I don't know if some of the flat silvers are like this as well, where there'll be different shades. And sometimes it's the molds have something to do with it. Sometimes it's like a flat plate. The colors may turn out differently than like a 1x1 or something. But it's been a problem that, let me get my black light. So under a black light, you start noticing things like, I think, it looks like I got two different colors in there. I think these are, I actually don't remember. Are these yellow or bright light orange? I can't remember. The ones, they look yellow, and the others look like they might be bright light orange, but these are, I do not mix different colors in a drawer. There's one lot per drawer. Here's another one. What is this? Is this? Okay, those are definitely yellow. So some things, they look a little different under a black light. Other things glow. This is what I'll do. I like finding the things that glow in the black light. That looks so cool. Not as in coral glows in the black light. But the thing with the black light is you can find colors. I'm getting all tangled up in my thing here. It's like the only thing I'm really finding now are the natural, the ones that really glow under black light, like coral, trans neon orange, trans neon green, and trans neon green, trans neon bright green. But it's like, there's some more coral right there. There's some minifigures where they actually look a little different. I think I sold all of the ones that look different under a black light, but you can learn a lot. Now, you shouldn't complain, I guess, if things look different under a black light than they do with a natural light. But even those things, if you look close enough, they will look different under a black light. I don't have as much of the glowing colors in my store anymore. Oh, there's the garbage can. All right, I need to close this thing before I need to stop before I injure myself. I left that door. Those were yellow, and they were the bright light orange. That's what those were. These were not yellow. They were bright light orange. There's some bright light orange there. So things do look a little different under a black light. If I had more dark red, like this would have been one probably could have looked at. Sometimes dark reds look different under a black light. The same colors will look different, but yeah, that's just some of them. All right, so that's much ado, because, you know, like the other YouTubers like to do things without much further ado. I like to do things with a lot of ado. So is this much ado about nothing? Let me know in the comments below. I think in general it's not like a major problem, but it is noticeable. And I know people have complained about the quality control, but again, our Lego pieces aren't made in one factory anymore. Some are made in Mexico, some are made in Czech Republic. So I don't know where all the factories are. I don't keep up with that. I'm not like a Lego fanboy or anything. It's like, yeah, things are manufactured different, and there can be variations, and I've been told that there can be variations, like I was mentioned earlier, different shapes. When the plastic cools, the color will look different. But again, that's why I wanted to make a MOC. It's basically all the same pieces, because there's nothing with the shape, but there's clearly something with where it was either produced, or the die, or the time that it was produced, the temperature it was when it cooled. I don't know. I don't know what causes this. But it does make for interesting things that you can show. I'm not the first person to do these kind of hidden mosaic type MOCs using elements that look different under a black light. And I would like to thank the Lego master at the Philadelphia Lego Discovery Center. That was the first one that showed me how dark red looked at least 3 different colors under a black light, because they had this MOC that had been sitting there for a while, and it was clear that they had these 3 different colors, but it was all the same color when you looked at it with a natural eye. But yeah, so national dress like your. I mean, if I dressed like this, I'd have a multicolored shirt instead of just an orange shirt. But at least nobody hit me with a car, unless they did it intentionally, which they might. I see. I'm going to go. I got to go try to find 13 Hammer Time 62 hammer, because Bricksmith's asking me. I don't know what he did with it. I don't know where it came from. Well, I know who gave it to him, but I don't know where he got it. Maybe we should ask him. That's who we need to ask. But that's for another topic. Where did 13 Hammer Time 62, aka Joey, Maniac for Bricks, where did his hammer go? See ya. Or where did it come from? Ouch. Oh no, I lost it.